What is going on, guys? So we have a pretty cool video. I know that a lot of you guys have been asking this for a while and you've wanted to know how much it costs to build a 1300 wheel horsepower GT500. I do want to put a disclaimer that the car made 1226 wheel horsepower on a bias ply.
What'd you do?
Oh my God! Woo!
Yeah. What'd you do? Holy shit.
Hell yes!
That's a big jump.
I didn't expect that. I didn't even look at the graph.
I have full confidence that this thing will make close to or over 1300 wheel horsepower. The 1226 was on a really soft tire. It doesn't really matter. 1226 is a lot of horsepower. We are going back to the dyno tomorrow and a track rental. So I'm very excited to do that. After our next round of mods, we're finally ready to dyno the car and race it. Before we get too far in the video, I just want to mention that right now the giveaway for the Whipple S550 is live. So we are giving away the Whipple S550, the car that started the channel with the Cobra, and we wanted to do something special. We have a lot of great ideas to do in the future, so by doing this, one of you lucky guys out there gets to win this car for, you know, purchasing a t-shirt or one of the bundles that we have on the website. And you get a really cool car, and it also helps fund a lot of different things for the channel. So if you guys want to support us and have a chance at winning an awesome car, definitely go down to the link mustanglifestyle.net. Every $5 spent on the website is an entry. Go check it out, pick up one of the bundles, and we will be shipping the t-shirts probably pretty soon. We have been fulfilling all the key tags and stickers orders that we have in stock. The sweatshirts, t-shirts, and all that stuff will be coming in soon. I have a GT500 shirt on currently. So let's go ahead and hop into the video. So I did want to put a disclaimer here as well. I would like to have made this video in the car while driving around, but looking at a sheet of numbers while driving, not really the best idea. And the car's really loud, so and trying to film outside is just a pain in the butt. So we are here in the office talking about this. We're gonna be running through everything that I can think of off the top of my head, and how much it costs and how much total with the vehicle it would cost to build this car. This is plus or minus, these are roundabout figures, and then this is just basically retail pricing, no discounted pricing, no more expensive pricing, and this is not including any labor whatsoever, because for the most part we've done it all ourselves with some friends and everything else. So let's go ahead and jump into it. We'll start with one of the most recent additions to the car, and I'm also not including multiple switches, because if we include, you know, the VMP and then the Whipple, we would have a much higher price. So some of the parts I've done twice, like injectors, or actually 3 times. I've done injectors 3 times. We're not going to include any of that. So starting it off with a 3.8 liter Whipple supercharger with the throttle body, that comes up to $6,200. We'll put the prices up there and we'll tally it all up, add it all up at the end. We have a DD149, that stands for Donkey Dick 149 millimeter, and that is from 1320 Junkie. It picked up a lot of power on the car. We saw over 100 wheel horsepower difference with that intake on there. So that was definitely a very needed addition to make 1300 wheel horsepower. We also recently added ID 1700s. These are pretty pricey ones too. $23.60 for those, and I mean, we needed them, so we're making 1300 wheel horsepower. The injectors are definitely there to help. We have a lethal triple pump fuel system with 3 465 pumps, all E85 compatible, and then this is their new kit as well. The retail price on that, I believe, is $22.79. So going down the line, LTH exhaust, we have a full long tube headers, 1 7/8 inch, 3-inch X pipe. We have a stock cat pack lead pipes going to the LTH axle backs. That's what we currently have on the car right now. $22.86 is what that costs brand new. We also have a set of QTP cutouts. This doesn't include install or anything. This is just the cutouts. 500 bucks. Those are the remote cutouts. They are currently broken. It's not QTP's fault. It's my fault. They didn't open properly on the last dyno session, and now they're pretty messed up. Next thing is the full Bmr suspension. This is including everything we have in the car. I'll run through that really quickly, but that's $2109 is what the full cost of all those different products. Running down the line, we have a tubular K member from Bmr. We have the upper control arm mount in the rear. We have the lower control arm relocation brackets, Bmr panhard bar. We also have the Bmr Extreme anti-roll bar as well, and we have a Bmr drive shaft safety loop on the car, which with a carbon fiber drive shaft we don't necessarily need that, but eventually we might need to switch out that drive shaft. Hopefully it does not break tomorrow. I'm hoping. So I think that's everything I have Bmr on the car. I forgot about springs. We do have the Bmr Performance springs on the car as well. That is included in that price. We have a set of Keltrack custom shocks for the rear. These are the manual 1000+ real horsepower shocks. We have those on the rear of the car, so we just installed those. We're also waiting on the front coilovers from Keltrack as well. Those are $1279, I believe. I might be off on these prices, who knows? I might be under or over, but I'm pretty sure I got the right retail prices. Next item, ATI 10% lower balancer. This gives us a little bit more boost on the belt system without having to run a really small pulley, but we didn't go for a 15 or 20% because we want to keep things you know, still streetable and you know, working there. We have an ARS tensioner. We just added this to the car. That's $495. Next thing is a belt. We have gone through so many belts, but we're just gonna put one on here for 100 bucks. We also have a Mantic triple disc clutch on the car. $29.15 is what that costs. We're not including shipping or anything on any of this, so this is just part cost, no labor. We also have a Calmer built TR6060. I think that'll cost around $3,000 plus shipping. Again, not including shipping on this. Just to give you guys a pretty good, you know, number on what things are. It's going to cost more than probably the total number here. We have a Strange built 35 spline rear end. Again, we did the labor ourselves, so saved quite a bit of money. That cost around 1,500 bucks. We reused the 331 gear, brand new 4 gear, and seems to be working pretty well, so I'm pretty happy with it. The only thing I don't like is the 5/8 studs, but hey, you know, it is what it is. I kind of need it, I kind of don't. It kind of good and bad. We do have a modular head shop built 5.8 liter. The price on this is going to vary depending on what you do. For something similar to my build, be somewhere in the neighborhood of 25 grand. That's what I pretty much you know, put and rounded up on here, because you know, we did the sleeves, we did ARP studs and side bolts and everything there, Molnar power outer rods, diamond pistons, crank rotating assembly balancing, ported heads, valve springs, retainers, cams, ported lower. Just pretty much everything in that engine is fully built besides an aftermarket forged crank. However, the factory Cobra Jet crank is pretty good. We also have an Mgw shifter on the car, 450 bucks. I like it pretty good. The stock shifter wasn't bad, but the Mgw is definitely an improvement. We have a set of Wells drag wheels. Again, I've had many different wheels on the car. We're just going to include one for this video. 3,000 bucks, about maybe more. I put that for wheels and tires. I don't know if that's accurate or not. I feel like it's more expensive, but we'll just go with that. The tuning and device, again, this car's been tuned multiple times, multiple different tuners. We've also gone from SET to HP Tuners N-Gauge. So I'm just gonna round it up to 1,000 bucks. It's probably on the low side. You probably paying more for tuning, but we're just gonna say 1,000 bucks there. We've recently added a rear seat delete. That one is 150 bucks. We added an ice tank as well, 1,100 bucks, the full kit. VMP heat exchanger, 850. Cervini's hood, another one we just added, around 1,200 for that with the paint. We also have a low vacuum bypass valve. That was 400 bucks, and it looks like I forgot the Mfp Crank Support. I did not add the Mfp Crank Support into this. It's around 1,450. That is hopefully going to keep the crank in the car. That's what we hope, at least. So I know I'm probably forgetting a lot of things. There's probably a lot of little things too. So I'm trying to do everything, but it's really hard. There's a lot of different parts that go into the car that make it what it is. I did go ahead and put in a cost for the car, where this is including, you know, sales tax and, you know, the dealer stuff. I put in for $45,000. I actually picked the car up for around $40,000. This is when 1314 GT500s pretty much dropped the lowest in value. I picked up the car with 27,000 miles. And now for that same car, you'd be looking at around $48,000 to $52,000. I'm just putting in 45 grand. That's about what I spent on it. Yeah, so let's add this all up. I do have to add the Mfp Crank Support back into the cost, but let me do that in one sec. All right, so we have the grand total, drum roll. It is $106,494. I feel like it's more than this because there's, I mean, I can just think of some little things like there's the idlers and the tensioner, the additional aux tensioner, thermostat I didn't include in this, so that's another like, I don't know, $300-400. But that is the general idea on this. And then obviously we had a VMP on the car. We had multiple different wheels on the car. It's been tuned a million times. So you can get a pretty good idea of what it's going to cost to build a 1,000+ wheel horsepower, in our cases 1,300 wheel horsepower street car. That is the biggest goal with this car. It hasn't been to make this the all-out drag car. The idea is to keep the car relatively streetable, you know, with AC, the electric power steering still works, have the interior where, you know, you can drive it, it's not too loud. Currently it doesn't meet the too loud check mark because the cutouts are broken, but we'll be fixing that at some point here pretty soon. But the goal is to be able to turnkey, jump in the car. If I want to go to the grocery store, I can go to the grocery store, which we can right now. We can do that. If I want to go to a meet down the street, we can do that. And if I want to drive an hour and go do some roll races, we should be able to do that. I don't really like driving to and from the track because it's just too stressful. It's more fun to just throw the car in the trailer, take the car off the trailer, make a pass. If something breaks, put it back in the trailer, go home. However, roll racing is a little bit more fun where you can just be able to get in the car, drive it, put it on pump E85 and just fill up. So I do run the car on pump E85. I make sure the pump E85 is somewhere around 80%, 85%. 70% is still kind of okay. Anything lower than that, you really don't want to beat on it, but it's still perfectly fine to drive, contrary to what other YouTubers put out there on false information on E85. Being that this car makes a lot of power on pump E85, we want to be as close to 80-85%. But you can still run perfectly fine on a lower ethanol content. You just don't really want to beat on it because the octane level isn't really there. So I hope that about rounds it up. Again, make sure you slap the like button, leave a comment, let us know what you think this car is going to run tomorrow, and make sure you help support us. The giveaway is going to be awesome. I'm really excited to give it to one of you guys. That's crazy. This is one of the craziest things we've done, one of the biggest business risks I have done, but I think it's going to work out. You know, so far, you know, we are still way off the mark on terms of like the goal that we need to reach to, you know, cover the car. But we are like on track to do that. So make sure you go down to the website. You know, don't wait until the last second because you're gonna stress me out. Like I said, you know, the giveaway is not, you know, it's not a scam. It's 100% legit. Obviously, the goal in our mind is to, one, give the car away to someone for, you know, basically purchasing a t-shirt or, you know, a bundle or something like that. They get a really awesome car for very low cost. And then obviously it generates some revenue for us to be able to reinvest in the channel. So obviously we got the bullet build, which is not going to be cheap. Every time I talk to Jordan, it gets more and more expensive. So that one is fun. You know, we still have the GT500. You know, we do have the Whipple S550 already paid off. We have the title in hand. So it's not like we need to hit some sort of goal there. So the car's paid off. The car is getting given away no matter what. But your guys' support helps us a lot with that, and I really appreciate it. So like I said, leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think the car's gonna run, or if you think it's gonna break tomorrow. For anybody out there that says this car is like not 1,300 horsepower, I'm just mind blown. But anyways, we will be on the dyno tomorrow. Hopefully everything goes well, and we will see you guys in the next one.